Good afternoon and happy National Trio Day. It is an honor to be here speaking with all of you today. And I'd like to give a quick shout out to Anita for inviting me here so that I may share with you guys my student success story. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tito Rodriguez and I am a former Trio Upward Bound student. I am from a small town called Warden, Washington, where I went to elementary, middle school, and high school. Unfortunately, I was raised without a father because he passed away when I was very young. However, my strong mother was able to single handedly raise myself, my younger sister, and my younger brother. As you know, as some of you may know, as the oldest, you tend to carry the responsibility of setting the best example for your siblings. As a freshman in high school, Trio Upper Bound recruited me and really helped open my eyes. Coming from a small town, you tend to see a trend. You graduate high school and get into the workforce. However, Trio helped me realize that there was more to education than just high school, that there was a possibility of a college education, and that college education could have the possibility to open you more doors and to lead to success. So I took it. Trio Upward Bound encouraged me to do a program called Running Start, which put me 2 years ahead of the rest of my classmates. So in 2018, I graduated from Big Bend with my Associates of Arts and Science and also high school with my high school diploma. After that, I knew I wanted more because I saw that education would lead to success and I wanted to set the best example for my siblings. And fortunately for me, Trio was there for me every step of the way. They helped me apply for colleges, apply for financial aid, to get scholarships, and to first and foremost develop the skills needed to be a college student at a high university. And for that, I am grateful. I am currently attending WSU Tri Cities, where I am pursuing and will finish my bachelor's in mechanical engineering this May at 21 years old. I have also been blessed with the opportunity to work at Hanford on an internship in mechanical engineering. And with that, it has presented the opportunity of buying my own house a year ago at 20 years old. So, with all that, with all the guidance from Trio, in which I am so grateful for, and my hard work and determination, I have been able to get here where I'm at today. And I am proof that it is possible to get to where you want to be, even when all odds are against you. Even when you come from a small town and you're raised by a single parent, and you may not be the wealthiest people. My advice to you guys would be to work hard. In this life, nothing is given. So work hard for everything that you want, and you will get it. I thank you guys for having me here and giving me the opportunity so that I may speak to you guys how Trio Upward Bound benefited my life. And I hope you guys go through with it yourselves. Thank you to all the staff and to everybody helping the students. Thank you for having me.
Hi everyone, my name is Amanda Cantu and I am a first generation Hispanic college student. I grew up in Othello, Washington with my parents and my two older brothers, and I also attended Othello High School and Big Bend Community College in Moses Lake, Washington. My journey to higher education really began my freshman year of high school when I had the desire to go to college, but I didn't know how to start preparing or really how to go about the process of researching colleges or scholarships. To make matters more difficult, my parents did not obtain a high school level education or go to college. Also, both of my older brothers did not go to college but instead opted to go straight into the workforce right after graduating from high school. So I had felt as though I was in the dark when it comes to college, and I was absolutely terrified of what it was going to be like my junior and senior year when I start to write these applications for colleges. And thankfully, Tree Upper Bound stepped into the light. And I, of course, felt excited that this opportunity presented itself. And I knew that if I got in, everything was going to be so much more easier. And really, that's what Trio did. It did make the process of going to college so much more easier, but it also made me successful. What Trio did to help in my journey really was the monthly Saturday preps and the summer academies. But the summer academy that held the most significance to me was my junior summer academy. Juniors came together in, I think, 3 classes with Mr. Workman. We were able to research colleges, research scholarships, even get to know ourselves better by taking personality assessments and career clusters to understand what our future career could be and how it aligns with our personality. And we were also able to obtain volunteer hours through different volunteer sites. And from the volunteer sites, I was able to kind of decide that I wanted to work with children when being with the kids in the Boys and Girls Club, just because it was really easy for me to form attachments with them. And since I wanted to study psychology, I felt that combining both of those and trying to do school psychology would be beneficial for me. One obstacle that arose from my journey was the ability to participate in Running Start. I really wanted to participate in Running Start because of the academic challenges it would present to me as a student, and it would also save my parents financially for the first 2 years of my undergraduate career. However, I developed a fear of participating in Running Start due to a teacher at my high school who told me that I wouldn't make it. There was no way that I could get through these 2 years of Running Start in my high school career because I wasn't ready. And it was more due to my ethnic background. So this teacher was more treating me as a number than an individual student. From this, I actually went to Anita and told her my stance about Running Start, how I was no longer interested in participating. And I remember her asking me why, and I told her that I was scared and I was starting to doubt myself because of the teacher. And I had told her the points that this teacher had given me. And I remember she had provided so many counter arguments towards each single point, and really she gave me the encouragement and support that I needed to obtain the self-confidence to actually apply to Big Bend and go through the testings that needed to be done. But I do want to note that Anita really had emphasized the fact that no matter what, Trio would still have my back, that I would still get the guidance to go to college and to be successful, which is really the ultimate thing that I wanted to do. I didn't need to be in Running Start. I just really wanted the challenge that came with it. And I still managed to apply, and 2 years later, after that point, I graduated from Otala High School with gold cords, and I graduated from Big Bend Community College with highest honors. So really, I'm glad that I had Anita and that I had Trio to push me to gain that self-confidence, to start thinking that it's not impossible. Given my ethnic background, given anyone's ethnic background, if there is a chance, you can still do it. And it's difficult to imagine what would have happened if I wouldn't have Trio there. I probably wouldn't have been in Running Start or have those challenges or be who I am today. And so after graduating from Big Bend Community College, I transferred over to Central, where I am currently now a senior. My major field of study is in psychology, so I did keep that aspect of psychology from my junior summer academy and my senior year of high school, and have a minor study as well in sociology. I am a part of the TRIO SSS program, the Student Support Services, and I'm also part of the TRIO McNair Scholars program that helps students from similar ethnic backgrounds and low income to achieve a goal of obtaining a graduate level degree. And actually right now I am in the interview process for a clinical psychology doctoral program and a mental health counseling master's program. To close, I do want to thank Trio Upward Bound for having me share my story, and for everyone else for listening. Trio is a major part of my success and will always have a place in my heart. And of course, I do need to say that Trio does indeed work.
Hi everyone. I just wanted to start off by saying thank you to Trio for having me today. So thank you and happy Trio Day. It really is an honor to get to speak to all of you about my journey and how I got to where I am now. My name is Alex Martinez. I was born in Moses Lake and grew up in Warden. I'm an alumni of the TRIO Upward Bound program. I was involved with Upward Bound throughout high school, and joining was easily one of the best decisions I could have ever made. The support I got from the entire Upward Bound team made all the difference in the world. Growing up in Warden, it wasn't always the easiest. Trying to figure out how I was going to get to where I wanted to go. I knew I wanted to go to college and get a degree and then eventually become a doctor. I just didn't know what that looked like exactly. And a lot of times it really felt like the opportunities and exposure that I wanted to have and what was available didn't exactly match up. And that's where TRIO came in. Through TRIO, I was able to get a lot of the experiences I felt I was missing through the summer academy, through all of the monthly activities. It really helped me build that confidence with transitioning to college and making all of those really important decisions. And TRIO was there for me every step of the way, whether it was help with my classes, the essays, all of the endless applications. I always knew that TRIO was in my corner and the entire team was on my side. I also did the Running Start program, and they were able to help me with all of that and make sure I had all of the support I needed to succeed both in high school and at Big Bend. And they even helped connect me with experiences beyond TRIO, doing programs at Big Bend and even at UW, where I ended up going for undergrad. Um, so I graduated from Warden High School in 2012, as well as Big Bend, with an Associates of Arts. And then I transitioned to the University of Washington, where I graduated in 2016 with a Bachelor of Arts in Medical Anthropology. And even there at UW, I had the support of their TRIO SSS every step of the way. And they made sure I was covered and had everything I needed to succeed. So I'm really grateful for everything TRIO has done for me. And now I'm really excited to share that I'm a medical student at the University of Washington School of Medicine. In just a couple short years, I'll be living my dream of practicing medicine as a family medicine doctor. Um, and I'm really grateful for that. And I just want you all to know that my journey started exactly where you all are now. There's no such thing as starting too early or starting too late. I have classmates as young as 19 and as old as 50. Um, so don't ever feel like it's too late or too early to get started on your goals. Whenever anyone asks me what it's like being a medical student and getting through college and med school, I always tell them this. It's never easy, but it's always worth it. Um, and so all of you are worth the investment in yourselves, and you all deserve to give yourselves a lot of credit for how far you've made it. The fact that you're working with TRIO means you're already on the right track. So congratulations on making it this far, and you all have such bright futures to look forward to. So thank you, everyone. Take care and stay safe. Bye.
Hello, everyone. My name is Karina, or Dr. Silva Garcia, and I want to say thank you to the TRIO program for inviting me to be part of this event. It's really an honor and a pleasure. Thank you. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. So I am currently a postdoctoral research fellow at California Polytechnic State University in San Luis Obispo, California. And what that means is that I teach and I do research in obesity prevention, and I'm with the Public Health and Kinesiology Department. And let me tell you a little bit about my education background. So I graduated from WSU, so go Cougs, with a bachelor's in human development, foreign languages, and with certificates in family studies, Spanish, and global leadership certificate. Then I continued to get my master's and earn a doctorate in prevention science, and all of them from WSU. So go Cougs. And I want to also share a little bit about my family's background. So I moved to the United States when I was about 13 years old, not knowing a single word of English, probably like one, two, three, and that was all I knew. Then, and like many immigrants, my parents wanted a better future, better opportunities, better job opportunities, better education opportunities, and a better future for themselves and their children as well. I worked in the fields when I was 13 years old, all the way to college. My first year, my freshman year of college, I also came back and I was still working in the fields, thinning apples, descuatando. And my motivation was always my parents, right? They would always tell me, échale ganas, like, make sure that you're doing really good in school so that you're not here. And of course, you know, like, okay, I was like, oh, motivated. And when it came time to apply for college, I remember talking to my parents about me going to college, and they were like, no, it's so expensive, you know? Like, so one challenge was my parents not knowing that the United States educational system. I didn't know the financial aid was available. I didn't know that, right? And all of those resources that were available for me, scholarships. I didn't even know that scholarships were available. Those two challenges made it a little bit difficult for me to when I was applying for college. But Maria Guerra, for my camp recruiter, I met her and she told me about all of those opportunities and resources that were available for first generation students like myself. I ended up applying to some scholarships, financial aid, and I graduated from WSU debt free. So I even with my PhD, everything debt free. So I highly encourage all of you to apply. Another obstacle that I want to talk to you about, it's once I got to WSU, I had those feelings of, oh my God, that imposter syndrome, right? Like maybe I don't belong here. I never saw anyone in my family go through higher education, especially going to college. That was for me. It's like, oh my God, I'm gonna probably go back to home, and maybe college is not for me. So not seeing a lot of people that look like you can also be a challenge, right? And that number got a lot smaller when I went to graduate school. But I also want to tell you about the things that I was involved in college. So I was part of the McNair program, in the camp program, and I want to talk to you a little bit about the McNair program. So the McNair program informed me about that thing called a PhD. I didn't even know what a PhD was at that time. And they told me about that was a possibility. I was just like so mind blown, right? It was like a dream. What? I can become a doctor. It was just something that I didn't think that was available again for me. And the McNair program really focused on encouraging me to pursue higher education and a graduate degree, and specifically a PhD. And they told me about all of those resources that I had available, financial resources that were available for graduate students. In McNair, the McNair program really focused on first generation students, and they really introduced me to that thing called research, and a PhD. And I ended up applying. They supported me through my undergraduate degree, and they gave me the opportunity to do research as an undergraduate. And when I was doing this, I had the opportunity to go present at national, international conferences. It was an amazing experience because I feel like it truly introduced me to a number of possibilities that were available with being part of this program. And I also I was also part of the camp program that supported me right throughout all college as well. And I just want to encourage you to take advantage of all these opportunities. I also studied abroad. So if that's an opportunity for you, take advantage of it, do it. I also did internships out of state internships. I did an internship in North Carolina. I did a summer research program with another university and went back to North Carolina. And I just feel like all these programs really supported me throughout my undergraduate, that I felt that they really educated me on all the resources that were available for me, and they supported me and they believed in me. And that is something that I just didn't think that was available for me. And I just want to really encourage you to apply for scholarships. And I'm trying to make this video really short because I know we have limited time. So I'm just gonna finish with telling you and encouraging you to apply for scholarships, know the financial aid is available for you, know that you belong in higher education. Also find your support system, because I know that's truly important. That was really, really important for me. And also find mentors, because people want to help you and people want to help you. So feel free to reach out if you want to know about more internships, graduate school, research. I am here as well. And I can also take advantage of the opportunities given to you. If you have the opportunity to study abroad, to do out-of-state internships, and be brave and get out there, because I know it can be intimidating to apply for new things, right? And also we have this responsibility to share our knowledge, share what we've been through, and all the resources that are available to you. Share with your colleagues, with your friends, because this is how we're going to get more people into higher education. And I really encourage you to use your voice, to question yourself, and to really question like what impact you want to make in this society. And believe in yourself, follow those dreams. And I just really want to finish with telling you and letting you know that we definitely need more people that look like us in positions of power. And this is how we're going to make a truly a systematic change. And remember that your degree, my degree, is not only ours, but it's also our families, our communities, and our communities. Y estamos aquí para triunfar, así que a echarle ganas y a ponernos las pilas.
Hello, my name is Guadalupe Guadarrama, and I am a first-generation Latina from Royal City, Washington. A lot of who I am today and what I have achieved is thanks to TRIO programs that have helped me throughout the years. First and foremost, I want to thank TRIO Upward Bound and all their help that they've given me and my siblings in high school in terms of preparing for getting to college. In particular, their 6-week residential program really helped me grow as an individual and gave me college-like experiences that I was able to utilize in the future. With TRIO Upward Bound's help, I was able to apply and was accepted to various colleges and universities, as well as scholarships. I'm currently studying at the University of Washington, and will start my 4th year this upcoming fall. Being from a small town, my initial challenge was adapting to a large city like Seattle, as well as a large campus like UW. So I sought out TRIO SSS, or TRIO Student Support Services, at the UW, and they helped me immensely with choosing classes, as well as deciding on degree options, and overall being informed of opportunities around campus as well as resources. It was through my involvement in TRIO SSS that I heard about the TRIO Ronald E. McNair Post-Baccalaureate Program at the University of Washington, which I became a scholar of in 2019. The TRIO program has really helped me in learning about graduate school, as well as demystifying what it means to take part in research. The McNair team has really guided me in preparing for graduate school. And what I really appreciate about the team is their willingness to help students individually in applications, from research opportunities to conferences, to graduate school applications and all that comes in between. It's thanks to McNair that I had my first research experience in a summer program, where I was able to work alongside a graduate student and see and understand firsthand the responsibilities and the challenges that come with trying to complete a graduate degree. This experience also really helped me see myself in a research career potentially in the future. So I want to thank the TRIO programs that have helped me and given me so much encouragement throughout the years, and helped me become the person I am today. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Laura and I'm a first-generation college student from Quincy, Washington. My pronouns are she, her, and I am currently attending the University of Washington. A little bit about me and my family. We migrated here from Durango, Mexico, and I am the youngest of 4 siblings. And I think because I come from an immigrant family and I come from a low-income household and I'm a first-generation student, it really affected the way that I saw my education. I had a really negative experience and I did not care about my education. I was failing on my a lot of my classes that I almost didn't graduate high school because of it, but I honestly didn't care because I didn't really have a plan or a goal after high school. But I also didn't want to go to college actually either. I honestly had no plan. I just knew college wasn't for me because I believed that I wasn't smart enough to go to college. But because I am the youngest sibling and all my siblings attended UW, they expected me to further my education somehow. But that was just not it. That was not happening for me. But my sister at the time was attending Big Bend, so she forced me to apply to Big Bend so I can go with her. And so that's honestly how I got to college in the first place. She literally whipped out the application and sat with me and like made me apply to Big Bend a week before classes started. And also like 2 days before classes started, I chose the classes that I wanted to take and just went 2 days after. So going from like such a negative experience in high school to just jumping into college without me even wanting to go, like it still kind of left me at a place where I felt lost in college. But later on I was introduced to Trio, where I felt like they definitely changed the way I viewed my education all the way around. I know that the first time there, the advisors were there to support me. They cared about my experience in Big Bend and they really wanted me to succeed, and I felt that and I knew that, and the support from them really changed my views on everything. Trio also like provided me with a community. The Trio fam was my first community at college and it was amazing. I felt like we all had different backgrounds. Oh, we had similar backgrounds actually, but different like education experience. So it was nice to see them and they were very encouraging to me. They helped me apply to be an ASB officer at Big Bend, and I was actually secretary for my last year at Big Bend. Also to be in the honor society, and these things I would have never done on my own. I feel like if I didn't have Trio. And another thing that Trio has helped me with is kind of see myself furthering my education even more. I never saw myself going to UW. That was just never, it was too far reach for me. And I remember when they took us to some college campuses. I actually got to see UW, Western, and Central. And when I went to UW, I fell in love with it and I'm like, okay, I can see myself going here. Like I've never visited UW before. My siblings never took me. That was just not, we don't go to Seattle just because. But I remember after going there, I'm like, this is something I want to do. I can see myself actually coming here, and that's like a different feeling that I've ever felt before when I was in high school. So yeah, Trio definitely helped me like see myself furthering my education and just bettering myself. But when it came to the application process, I didn't know what I should apply to. I didn't know, because I know we had to write a personal statement and I didn't know what major to apply to. I didn't know what career path to choose because that's what they ask you. And that's when I started realizing that my Trio advisors literally changed the way I viewed my education, literally changed everything. And I feel like I want to do that for other students. I want to be there for other students. I want to be there for support and with their education. So that's when, even now, like I realize like I want to be an advisor at a college, working for programs that help underrepresented groups. And so that is currently my career goal. Trio, my advisors from Trio actually helped me choose that. And also right now, so I'm majoring in sociology, minoring in Spanish and education because of my career goal. But currently at UW, I am working on I'm working at a program. It's called the More program. It's multicultural outreach, and right now I'm helping first generation underrepresented groups and students to like help them transition better into UW. I'm literally doing what I want to do in the future, and I feel like all of this is because of Trio. So I just want to say thank you so much to Trio, and thank you to Karina who reached out to me for this. And yeah, thank you so much for listening, and happy Trio Day.